Well, we're here talking today with Steve Neuhaus and Dan Castricone of the Steve Neuhaus Show on WTBQ. Steve, Dan, welcome.
Thanks for having us.
Gentlemen, what day and time is your show?
We are on every Thursday at 1 o'clock.
Where can people find it on the dial and online?
11:10 a.m., 93.5 FM, and WTBQ.com. That's a listen live button.
Tell me about your show. How is it unique from any others?
Well, we cover a little bit of everything, in my words. Politics, community events, and government affairs, and they're all a little bit different. Sometimes we'll have a veteran on, sometimes we'll have somebody talking about an art show, and then sometimes you'll be hearing inside baseball type of stuff from the political end.
You know, as elected officials, Steve and I, sometimes have information that the general public doesn't ordinarily get. So we offer a unique perspective.
What would you say your goals are with your show?
Trying to educate and give people the most information about the issues of the day and the events that are going on. One, we want people to know what's going on in their community so they can go out and enjoy them. And number two, we want them to know the whole spectrum of what's going on. People see or read a small article, it might not explain the whole story.
And I think we enjoy it. It's fun.
Well, how did you guys team up and when?
Dan and I both share a background. We like to serve the community. We have a lot of things in common. We're both big family guys. Both have a passion for fishing, so we're friends outside of this. And we hooked up with politics. He wanted to run for legislature in a district that covered part of my town. And ever since then, we've been close friends. And we came on and we enjoy it. We look forward to it. We talk during the week, hey, who are we going to have on this week? Or let's cover this. This issue's hot. And I enjoy it.
Absolutely. That's it.
Would you say there's anything else interesting about your backgrounds that makes the show unique?
Well, I'm a county legislator, so I have the county government aspect that I can bring to the table, and I'm an attorney and a small businessman, so there's that kind of perspective, and I'm involved in my community in the school, so a lot that goes on in the district I have firsthand for, especially for the southern end of the district.
I think we cover a lot of bases. His kids are a little bit older, so he can talk about the Little League and the Boy Scouts and things like that. I'm a young father. My daughter is only 1.5 years old, and he's got the small business background. I have a military background. I'm a lieutenant in the Navy and Seabees. So I think we bring, between the two of us, we make a great team of diversity.
You're the town supervisor in the town of Chester, which gives you a great deal of information of what's going on.
All right. Why would you say your show is popular?
I think it's popular because it's informative. It's not a pre-scripted thing. You never know exactly what they're going to come out with, basically what we're going to do or what we're going to talk about. We don't pre-script anything. We don't have an applause button. It is what it is. We take calls that aren't basically plants that we know what's coming. So we are ready to take anything that comes on. But it's also, like I said, it gives people a greater in-depth understanding or a background of what's going on that you don't usually get from the quick headlines and the quick news articles in the papers.
What would you say the biggest challenge is in doing your show?
Getting Steve here on time.
I was just going to say that, yeah. The two of us are running all over the place, and I have a background, a trend of always being late for things, which I hate having, but I'm usually running in and going right on the air. But that is one of our things, because we are very busy in our private lives. He has a full-time business he's running, and I have a full-time town I'm running, and it's tough to break away, to believe it or not.
It's the middle of the day, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it's the middle of everything, and we run here and meet and do what we need to do, and then scatter again.
Is there anything in particular that made you want to have your own show?
I think I was like a lot of the people that have their own shows, an activist, and called in a lot and listened a lot, and I think that's when people say, hey, look, this guy calls up and asks a lot of pretty decent questions, and then the owner said, hey, would you like to have a show? And I think that's his MO with most of the hosts here, saying, hey, you look like an activist, you look like you have a pretty interesting background that people would want to listen to. And the same thing, like I said, Dan and I are like twins. He's just a lot older than me.
Yeah. Would you guys say you have mid-AMEs over the years? Or?
based on things we've said on the radio.
Yeah, just going through the radio.
Probably not.
I think I've made enemies for Dan.
Yeah, you kind of you push me out on the ledge every now and again.
Yeah.
But no, it's not that kind of show. It's not Rush Limbaugh. You know, we're not, you know, tattooing people. You know, we're trying to talk about the issues that the people bring forward, not the people that bring the issues forward.
Yeah. And we call people out on things, but and they have an opportunity to phone call. And I have to say, if we do that, some people do call in and say, "Hey, wait, this is what's really going on." So I think for the most part, we make more friends than enemies.
Have you covered any topics that you consider overly controversial, or?
We have. We there's no topic that we don't. Yeah.
Today we talked about gay marriage. We talked about
Health benefits,
you know,
for elected officials.
You know, managers and people paying for health benefits, and it's you know, these are stuff that are hot topics right on the editorial pages of today's newspaper.
Yeah, we've covered stuff from, like, you know, Israel, and should the federal government fund them, and we have people call us on that, on both sides. So we do hit nerves, but there are issues that obviously need to be discussed. That shows us that we're doing our job.
Well, that was Steve Neuhaus and Dan Castricone of the Steve Neuhaus Show on WTBQ. Thanks, guys, for joining.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Appreciate it.